Good morning, YouTube. It is a beautiful, and I do mean beautiful, Saturday morning. We are on our way to the gym. That is partially why it is so beautiful. And we are going to go hit shoulders. In regards to shoulders, I'm noticing a decent amount of development in a short period of time. But I will say, ever since having made the switch from shoulder press on the Smith machine to dumbbell shoulder press, I'm not so convinced that dumbbells have that much more to offer, if anything at all, in comparison to the Smith machine for shoulder press. What's nice about the Smith machine is you can really max out the amount of weight that your shoulders need in order to effectively work them so that they'll grow, so that they'll get bigger, right? Big muscles move big weight, so you need big weight to move big muscles, or to get big muscles. Now, with the dumbbells, we kind of lose a little bit of the potential of how much weight we're able to load or move for the sake of stabilization. I feel like I am not able to shoulder press as much weight because I'm worried about two things. One, stabilizing the weight. My muscles are actively working and engaging. The supporting muscles are actively working and engaging in order to stabilize the weight during every aspect of the movement through the entirety of the range of motion. And then also just getting the weight up into the kind of set position. I'm not talking about when I have it up here. I'm talking about the initial press up. The initial press up is very difficult. And it's supposed to be, because that's my heavy set. I'm not supposed to be able to just launch up my heavy weight. But what's nice about Smith machine is you can kind of choose and pick based off of where you set the bar, where your set motion begins. So I feel like there's more things that take away from your shoulders, specifically your front delts, if you guys like that terminology. There's more that takes away from them during dumbbell shoulder press than what I feel like really adds to them. Now, the only benefit really to doing dumbbell shoulder press versus normal Smith machine shoulder press is that when you do finally go to do a heavy set of shoulder press, whether you're working out with a friend or you're trying to impress, your buddies, and that just so happens to be the movement, you're going to be relatively well off if you do dumbbell shoulder presses regularly versus if you don't do them regularly, because those stabilizing muscles are used to handling the heavier weight more so than if you only did Smith machine shoulder press, which, again, as you know, stabilizes the weight for you. But in a bodybuilding context, I'm not convinced that dumbbells are really the way to go. I think honestly, Smith machine shoulder press is the way to go. Now, that being said, you're probably going to see me continue to do dumbbells just for a little bit, because we started doing the 90s for our heavy set. Then we just did the 95s last shoulder day for our heavy set of 6. I really want to get to that point where I can say that I can do 100-pound dumbbells for a set of 6. So I think in the long run, regardless if I continue this journey of trying to get 100-pound dumbbells set of 6 for a heavy set versus just doing, shoulder press, my delts are going to grow either way. They might not grow as fast, but, you guys let me worry about that, okay? But we've got the pump potion on deck today. I'm sure you can probably tell it's a little bit more pink than blood red. This is because I've diluted it. Not purposely. I had, the regular potion concentration. And then once it got to be about, only a quarter full, only about, less than half of the shaker cup left of my concoction, I filled it back up with water just because I feel like I'm a little behind on my hydration. So that's why I did that. And as I'm sure you can tell, car is still being worked on. That's why we're in this vehicle. A little bit different from what I usually drive, but so be it. I had someone message me the other day asking how they could get a stronger bench press. The reason why your bench press is not going up in weight, the reason why you're not improving in bench press is because you're only focusing on bench press. As much as people will tell you, bench press is not a chest movement. It is a compound movement that is comprised of chest, shoulders, triceps, and, believe it or not, your lats. So, unless you're maximizing your weight capability to move each of those muscles individually, your bench will never improve. You'll eventually, if you just started working out, it'll improve, but you're eventually going to hit a plateau. So, how to increase your bench press weight? First, get your shoulders as strong as possible. Second, get your triceps as strong as possible. Third, get your back as strong as possible. And fourth, get your chest as strong as possible. The way that you're going to get those muscles as strong as possible is you have to target each one individually using isolating movements. So, to get your shoulders strong for bench press, I recommend heavy-ass dumbbell shoulder presses or Smith machine shoulder presses. To get your lats as strong as possible for the sake of bench press, I recommend not pull downs, but high rows. High rows are great for working your lats. To get your triceps strong, do not use the rope. Use the straight bar and do tricep push downs, only bending your arms 90 degrees on the uprise and then straightening them all the way out, locking them out. Heavy as fuck. And then to get your chest stronger for the sake of bench press, there's 2 movements that you can do. One, it's flies. Heavy ass flies. I'm talking like 5 or 6 reps. Okay? Specifically on the fly machine, not the cable machine. Alright? You can do pec deck, but I highly recommend the fly machine. And then second chest movement that you could incorporate, you don't have to do both. You can do one or the other. If you do both, that's even better. But decline dumbbell bench press, trust me. When I was in high school, my dumbbell decline bench press progression is what got me to my highest amount of benching when I was in high school. That is because your chest most naturally moves your arm in the direction of a decline dumbbell range of motion. Your chest is not designed to bring your arm across your chest. Your chest is designed to bring your arm to your side and down across your abdomen. That's why when you're struggling on bench press, you lift your hips up to try and convert the movement into a decline movement. So the more you know. But I think that's enough talking for now. I think I'll see you guys in the gym, all right?